Season, that's win a road game. As you see the starting lineups, Greg Popovich has Kawhi Leonard, our three officials on the floor. Marc Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge jump it. Tony Parker secures it and away. Last time these two teams gathered here was Game 4. It was one of the great games of this postseason. The only overtime game, as a matter of fact, is Gasol
to play big, which they usually do for this Grizzly team, and dominate the paint.
Parker kicks it to LaMarcus Aldridge, who rattles one home. Portland, the second lowest thus far. Portland swept by Golden State. Houston advancing as Tony Parker. Manu Ginobili or 40-year-old Manu Ginobili or somewhere in between, because we need him to have a good night tonight. Tony Parker taking himself, and a tough draw for Ennis. He can take you out of a game, and Randolph going strong against Lee. Oh! Vince Carter with the follow jam, and he's revving up. Gasol gives it right back. Here's Carter again. Hey, hey! Vince Carter. Up by Parker. Ennis are going to back him down now. Size advantage, and Ennis. That's easy for him. Run for Memphis. Tony Parker for three. Yes. Led him to a win. Carter's going to fire again. Tebow in there with a board. Offensive rebound and a putback.
The weak side just stole that rebound over the top of it.
Aldridge to Parker. And Parker sends it to the corner. And Danny Green, who is near 38% from three-point range and has been up over 40% in his career. Parker got Zach Randolph, and when
simply cannot happen when you've got guys like Patty Mills who can get a shot up in half a second. Now remember, Mills hit 4 threes. Look, if Tony Allen was out there playing for the Grizz.
And that's it, right, Kevin? I mean, Tony Allen, as defensively as we all know.
Well, I can tell you right now that he would be in Kawhi Leonard's group.
Injured that calf in mid-April, right at the end of the season, as Carter spends in less than 6 weeks. They didn't play at all until February. And as Kawhi hits the buzzer beater, here's Kawhi Leonard rising up and knocks it down.
Gives the guy an opportunity just to go to work on him. So
clock's winding down. Conley will let it fly, and Conley hits it. And former Rookie of the Year as a Memphis Grizzly, Pau Gasol. Conley looking for help. Zebo's there. 2 on him. Still 2 on him. Zach Randolph is a handful for LaMarcus Aldridge defensively as well. Parker, he's had the hot hand.
Memphis Grizzlies an easy 2 points.
Here's Green now with Aldridge on him. Lost him a bit. Hanson gets the 2 for himself anyway. All tied at 26. Back and forth they go here. Parker on the move. And he scores it.
I was going to say, with this lineup, let's see if the Grizz go inside and just let their big guys play a little bully ball.
And Marc Gasol working on the Marcus.
Make San Antonio double team the post and get some easy shots.
David Lee set the check back in. Aldridge fighting hard and gets it. Tony Parker leads all scorers with 15. And look at Conley go right by Pau Gasol and a little flip. Actually still pushing Conley to be more unselfish, to take the ball more. As the rifle header tonight on TNT, Spurs Grizzlies. Kawhi Leonard coming out of the timeout.
Made the shot anyways. I mean, great range and great ability just to get the shot he wants. As you see Marc Gasol's defense.
Fizdale on full blast at the officials after game 2. Cost him $30,000 for a fine. His conversation. Both coaches, by the way, were outstanding before the game. As Kawhi Leonard on not just the work he's doing on the court, but all the work with the young players. They bring that switch panel and they flip that switch, a real switch panel as a prop. Almost a travel. Here's Mills for 3. Yeah.
Still feeling good from the last game when he was on fire from the 3-point line.
Here's Carter now for 3 in the answer. Yeah. Here come the Grizzlies up 3, trying to add to it. Daniels gives it up. Gasol, little head fake. And it's in for the Spurs. Memphis trying to carry this thing back to San Antonio. It's Kawhi Leonard springs free.
Hey, there's going to be some physical play. Let's just keep getting after it.
So the Grizzlies have been hot. They've made 7 of their last 8. And what a
Patrick played good defense.
Conley, quick pull on the 3. Nothing but 3 points make game in game 5. Randolph working on David Lee. First possession out of the half. Behind the arc in this series. Something to lock in on as Conley goes all the
Just not going to get that many point blankers against this Grizzly defense.
Double team comes for Gasol. Kicks it out. Three-pointer is up and good.
All that deep, you've got to finish this off if you're a big guy.
Boy, right at the rim, those misses. And you know Aldridge, they'd love for him to get to the hole more. As now Lee on Carter on him. Shifty. Carter's right there, step for step. Now Lee turns the corner, and the lefty is blocked by Randolph.
Trying to knock you out on the inside.
If not for all the multiple injuries you're suffering, as Parker goes all the way. And this Memphis team, they have a couple of guys that can do a lot of great work inside. Here's one of them. And Gasol's working on Aldridge. And the big
nice move by Marc Gasol.
Conley on Parker, gets himself free. And Tony Parker,
first quarter out.
now 8 for 10 from the field. And Gasol gives it to Randolph. The big exchanging and a little contact there like the players. Here's Danny Green for the three. And it's skies high for the rebound. And he'll fire up a three, and there Spurs are 4-10 from behind the arc. Parker finds Leonard. Conley closes. Leonard on the take. And Kawhi Leonard. Oh, he missed the bunny. But Leonard on the take. Good pass. Aldridge with a two-handed jam. Bullet pass inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. They called it off of Gasol. Gasol barking for a foul. And David Fizdale is going nuts. Taps it. Gasol gets it. Ginobili for three. And there's another offensive board. And Aldridge.
Barking with the physical game.
Aldridge goes to the bench with 15 points. Dwayne Dedmon is in. And up this crowd gives him a hand. Now Mills scrambling. 2 on the shot clock. Puts up a long prayer. Followed by Dedmon. Offensive ball went out in February. Here's Ginobili for three. He got it, and he'll get set up. Carter checking Leonard, and he takes it from him. Swiped him. Carter kicks it. Conley for three. Lines it up. Leonard trying to draw foul. Fires up an air ball.
Kawhi take a really tough shot.
Shot clock is up. Wow, look at that play behind the back. Conley fires. It's a long two. And
excuse me, Brian, a great defensive stand there by the Grizzlies. And, oh, look at that.
And it's Patty Mills that comes away with it. Good defense by David Lee.
Yeah, David Lee held his ground. You know, nice drive by him. He's have a lot of energy and a really good crowd tonight here.
There's Conley now with the right hand. This has been a tremendous game 6 so far. Back and forth they go. Aldridge wide open. Buries the inside. Gasol gives it up. Ennis with Kawhi on him. He'll shoot the three. And he will.
After a big shot that Memphis needs.
Spurs down 6. Leonard jump shot inside the lane. Speaking of lefties. Leonard draws a double team. Gets the foul and
he sniffed that play out.
Spurs a chance to get within 2, maybe 1. Kawhi Leonard for
they're letting him get after it a little bit.
Conley now with Parker on him. Little right-handed floater. Spurs down 3 now. Aldridge inside. No follow jam by at the half. San Antonio. Parker on the break. Out to Patty Mills. Quick release 3. And he hits. Kawhi Leonard has 27 points. Leonard dishes it off. David Lee. And David Lee coming up for the screen. David Lee. Now Zebo on him. Leonard goes by him, kicks it. Tony Parker steps inside. A long 2 is good. Spurs. Leonard spins, kicks it. Parker on the take. Parker jump shot. Yes! Conley's got him. Aldridge is on him. And Aldridge fouls him. And Conley is going to the line. Overturn this to a 2. This might be a better look.
Well, it's hard to see from that angle. I mean, he's as close as you can get to the line without being honored by the fist. I would say no. If he makes all 3 of these, I would not foul.
6.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Oh, he can't hit the free throw. His first miss of the night. Parker on the breakaway, all the way in. The layup might secure. And in game 6, the San Antonio Spurs are going to close out the Memphis Grizzlies. That is it. And for the 4th.